So, I don't really make no money on my channel, so you can't get sued if you ain't making no money. So, off the channel, like, that's not why I do this. I don't care about that. It's not my main objective. My main objective is awareness. I'm different. So my angle's a little different. Mine comes, I'm that part of the essence of our situation that really means it. So I really don't care what people think. I'm here living this lifestyle. Okay? So it ain't all bad, it ain't all, glamour neither, but I'm living my life, you feel me? Don't try to, judge me or, you know how people do that. So just, kick back for a minute. So, my topic's a little different because I don't follow people. I don't really, maybe I'm a little anal with it, but I don't follow people. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to learn who I am, then I have to learn who I am. You're not going to learn who you are by following other motherfuckers. Man, I got 2 or 3 cat daddies, dogs, that I kind of like, excuse me, by the way, that I, feel like they have substance. So let's read a little bit. Let me cover something real quick. So I'm gonna say this, man. First of all, one thing we have to understand is this. There are so many of these grandparents and another set of grandparents and another set of grandparents and another set. You got your parents. You got your parents, right? And that's 2 on both sides. You gotta find 2 on both sides. Then you go down the line and you gotta find 2 more from both sides and 2, and 2 on the other side. So, man, you never know where you'll get when you get like around your 10th generation. You're going to run into somebody that was kind of wild. Everybody wasn't running around like people was trying to eat, dog. They had their backs up against the wall. They had their backs. I mean, you don't know what you'll do, man, when you hungry, dog. You don't know what you'll do when you hungry. Nah, man. I don't hate on people, but just suppose you was in a situation where you couldn't go out back and pick your own vegetables. Suppose you couldn't do it. So, just saying, man. So, I'm saying. Now, me, I'm learning now because I've been doing this for about a year now, right? So I'm learning this question answer thing, right? Question answer, question answer, question answer. So throughout my studies, looking into some things, right? And people have been talking about it's the word that it's a possibility that Moses might be an Egyptian priest because the timelines and everything set up. We're going to do that tonight. We're going to see what's going on with this situation. So is this true? Question number 1. Is Moses actually Akhenaten, or I think it's I heard something else too, Moses, Moses, but then I heard Akhenaten. So I heard Akhenaten, children, man. So they don't care what you're doing. Yeah, Akhenaten. So they didn't threw him in the time, category with Moses. So now this is the thing. Is this legitimate or isn't it legitimate? So the Jewish Virtual Library has a situation, a project of ACE. So let's see what Strabo was talking about. You guys know about Strabo, right? We already know the Greek. We don't care about that. This is an account. You know what I mean? Because we found out there was a whole bunch of lying going on anyway. They've been lying. All history is a bunch of lies, man. That's why you really got to take into account to everything that you read. Everything that you read. Everything that you read is suspect. Everything that you read is suspect. Everything you read is suspect. You understand? Amen. Oh, everything you read is suspect. Everything you read is suspect. Just saying. Everything you read is suspect. So it says, okay, modern Jewish history by Strabo on the land of the Jews, right? It says these districts of Jerusalem and Joppa lie towards the north. They are inhabited generally, in each place in particular, by mixed tribes of Egyptians. Pay attention. Arabs, Phoenicians. Strabo don't mean, what he's saying is what it is. It's just Strabo. You know, we all know about Strabo, right? He's a Greek historian. Um, early BC. What we know about, we don't know about these dates. So, all right. So let me finish. Of this description are the inhabitants of Galilee, of the plain of Jericho, and the territories of Philadelphia and Sumeria. See, man, you know where my head go when I see stuff like that. Jericho and of the territories of Philadelphia and Sumeria. Because I don't know, man. I'm kind of an ill thinker, real ill thinker, right? So I think that just suppose that Sumeria was really this hot place, but the way that it's being given to us through social engineering, we think that it's the place not to be. But this is where all of the white boys are getting all of the astronomy, astrology. We know time ain't real, but they didn't make time. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying. So I'm just saying. I think sometimes supposed Samaria is really that place. But they got us on the bull, because you know how, scripture is, all types of scriptures. They're always on the bull, trying to scare somebody, or that's their tactic on how to keep us away from things. They make us scared. That's one of the tactics that I've noticed that they do. If it's scary, stay away from it. Let that marinate. Suppose Samaria was really what it wasn't, what they were getting in his, like, what it really, suppose Samaria was really that spot. Chew on that for a minute. I know somebody cussing me out right now. So we're gonna say surname Sebasti by Harad, right? The Second Testament of the Christian Bible mentioned 4 kings through the grace of Rome by the name Herod the Great, a Judaized, Judaized or proselytized, Eduman, ruled Judea tyrannically with Roman backing. Oh, Judea. I know some stuff about Judea, man. Like, they always been on some rundown. That's why the Most High got mad at them, because they was dragging too hard. This is the yeah. It's the reason why. Let's keep it real. He got mad because Israel was doing too much. Yeah. So he died 4 BC, around the time Jesus was born. Jesus was born in the 20s, or supposedly. Okay, I was thinking. Um, he is said to have ordered the murder of the infants in Bethlehem. Oh, he did. Hmm. Herod Antipas was the second son of Herod the Great. Matthew 14:1, Luke 3:1. He killed John the Baptist. March 6:14. Herod Agrippa. I was grandson of Herod the Great. He is mentioned in Act 12:1 FF. 4. Herod Agrippa the second was the son of Agrippa 1 Senior. He is mentioned in the passage Acts chapter 16 verse 13 through chapter 26 to 32. Paul defended himself against accusations of some fellow Jews. No, it's always been something like it is today. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I got some water now. All right, cotton mouth. So, okay, now we know about Harad, right? Harad the Great. Okay, all right. But though there is a there is such a mixture of inhabitants, the report most credited among many things believe respecting the Egyptians. I'm sorry, is that the Egyptians were the ancestors of the present Jews. It's not just Strabo that's saying this. Yes, we don't want to give him his props because he's Greek and all that shit. I know. We know. But he ain't the only one. Do your homework. Tell me. So I'm just saying. Saying figure it out. So okay, where we at? So it says an Egyptian priest named Moses who declared and taught that Egyptians and Africans entertained erroneous settlements in representing the divinity under the likeness of wild beasts and cattle of the field, that the Greeks also were error in making images of their gods after the human, I'm sorry, after the human form. For God said he may be this one thing which encompasses us all, land and sea, which we call heaven or the universe or the nature of things. Who then of any understanding would venture to form an image of this deity, resembling anything in which we are conversant, 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 I would say covenant probably, right? On the contrary, we ought not to carve any images, but to set apart some sacred ground of a shrine worthy of the deity, and to worship him without any similitude. He taught that those who made fortunate dreams were to be permitted to sleep in the temple where the might where where they might dream both for themselves and others, that those who practiced temperament and justice and known and none else might expect good or some gift or sign from God. So it says, by such doctrine, Moses persuaded a large body of right-minded persons to accompany him to, to the place where Jerusalem now stands. And our perspective is different. He easily obtained possession of it as the spot was not such as to excite jealousy, nor for which there, because people will get jealous, nor for which there could be any fierce contention, for it is rocky, and although well supplied with water, it is surrounded by barren and waterless territory. The space within the city is 60 stadia and circumferences. What is stadia? Stadia. In circumference, okay, with rock underneath the surface instead of arms. He taught that there were defense. Right, I'm gonna stop using this point. Put it over here. And he taught that their defense was in their sacred things and the divinity, for whom he was desirous of finding a nor other absurd practices. Moses thus obtained their good opinion and established no ordinary kind of government. All the nations around willingly united themselves to him, allured by his disclosure and promises. Okay? His successors continued for some time to observe the same conduct, doing justly and worshiping God with sincerity. Afterwards, superstitious persons were appointed to the priesthood, and then tyrants. From superstitions arose abstinence from flesh, from the eating of which it is now the custom to refrain circumstances. What is this? Clitoridectomy, clitoridectomy, and other practices which the people observe. The tyrannical government produced robbery, for the rebels plundered both their own and the neighboring countries. Those also who shared the government seized upon the property of others and revenged a large part of Syria and of Phoenicia. Respect, however, was paid to Acropolis Zion, or the Temple Mount of Jerusalem. Okay, a little bit of homage. It was not abhorred as a seat of tyranny, but honored and venerated as a temple. Such was Moses and his successors. Their being was good. Their beginning was good, but they degenerated. All right. So it says, when Judea openly became subject to a tyrannic government, the first person who exchanged the title of priest from the king was Alexander Jannaeus. His sons were Hyrcanus and Aristobulus. While they were disputing the succession of the kingdom, Pompey came upon them by surprise, deprived them of their power, and destroyed the fortress, first taking Jerusalem itself by storm 63 BC. It was a stronghold situated on rock, well fortified, and well supplied with water within, but externally entirely parched with drought. Wait a minute. We just get a feel on the whole Moses. From what they're saying, the Jewish Virtual Library, Modern Jewish History, Strabo on the Land of the Jews. Is that it? Okay. Pompey availing. Oh, that's right. Okay. It was a stronghold situated on rock, while fortified and well supplied with water, but externally entirely parched with drought. A ditch was cut into the rock, 60 feet in depth, and with a width of 250 feet on the habit. I'm sorry, hey, feet, any glasses. On the wall of the temple were built towers, constructing of the material procured with the ditch was excavated. Materials procured was excavated. Okay. The city was taken, it is said, by waiting for the day of the fast, on which the Jews were in the habit of abstaining from all work. Pompey, availing himself of this, filled up the ditch and threw bridges over it. Right? He gave orders to raise all the walls, and he destroyed as far high Hycenium, Macanium, and Lycius, and those about Philadelphia and Psychopolis near. End this up, Galilee. Pompey controlled the territory, which had been fortified, appointed by the Jews, and assigned to Hierarchus the priesthood. Sometime afterwards, Herod, of the same family and a native of the country, having suspensionally obtained the priesthood, distinguished himself so much above his predecessors, particularly in his intercourse, both civil and political, with the Romans. But he received the title and authority of king. All right. First from Antony and afterwards from Augustus Caesar. He put to death some of his sons on the pretext of their having conspired against him. Hmm. So like Joseph, jealousy, man. Terrible with this shit. Other sons he left at his death in 4 BC to succeed him and assigned to each portions of his kingdom. Caesar bestowed upon the sons also of Herod marks of honor, as also upon their sister Salome, and on her was assigned for his abode the others by great interest and solicitation, soliciting, right? But with difficulty obtained obtained leave to return to their own country, each with his tetrarchy restored to him. I gotta look that word up too. But you see what we read, right? Okay. Just a little format of where Strabo is going, right? Y'all don't see everything before I. There you go. So I don't know what's going on, man. Moses. So now this comes out of this book called Moses and Akhenaten, the secret history of Egypt at the time of the Exodus. So this is some esoteric. Is it real? I know how we get. And this is what we do. This is a question. I don't debate all that, man. I teach. You know what I mean? And I don't do the debating is stupid because what is it doing for us? They got us beefing about whatever. And for real, all it's doing is causing division and shit. Idiots. We haven't figured that out yet. We haven't figured that all these little sections and divisions and I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a that, I'm a this. The whole time, that shit is not doing nothing but causing confusion. Excuse me. Hello? Yeah. All right. Okay, I got you. Okay. My wife. Yeah. So, division, man. So let that marinate for a minute. So let's get a little bit of this. So it says the Bible and the Quran speak of Moses being born in Egypt, brought up in the pharaonic royal palace, and leading the Israelites to their exodus to Canaan. In historical terms, when did Moses live? And who was the Pharaoh of oppression? Now, that archaeologists have been able to uncover the mysteries of ancient history, we need to find answers to these questions. Egyptian-born Ahmad Osman, right? He believes that he has been able to find the answers to these questions, which bewilder scholars for centuries. He claims that Moses in the Bible is no other than the king Akhenaten, who ruled Egypt for 17 years in the mid 14th century BC. So here's the question. I know I got some sweaty foreheads. Whoever's. Oh man, I'm gonna get my head chopped off for this one. I already know it. All right, during his reign, the pharaoh Akhenaten was able to accomplish the complex pantheon of the ancient Egyptian religion and replace it with a single god, Aten, who had no image or form. Seizing on the striking similarities between the religious vision of Akhenaten and the teachings of Moses, Sigmund Freud was the first to argue that Moses was in fact an Egyptian. Now, Osman, using recent archaeological discoveries and historical documents, contends that Akhenaten and Moses were one and the same person. In a stunning retelling of the Exodus story, Osman details the events of Moses Akhenaten's, life. His name is, Akhenaten's life. How he was brought up by Israelite relatives, ruled Egypt for 17 years, angered many of his subjects by replacing the traditional Egyptian pantheon with worship of Aten, and was forced to uh, abdicate the throne. Yeah, so you already know what's going to happen. Retreating the exile in Sinai with the Egyptian and Israelite supporters, He died out of the sight of his followers, presumably at the hands of Seti I, after an unsuccessful attempt to reign his throne. So yeah, man. So I got something I gotta do, man. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Tell me what y'all think about that real quick, but not real long. But please leave some comments, man. I want to know what y'all think. I want to know how y'all feel about this. I'm not being disrespectful. We just this is what this is what we do, man. No question, and the work that we do, no question should be unanswered. Right? So I'm gonna try to read a little bit more of this, but I got something I gotta do. Okay. Oh yeah, all right. Oh, he says Osman reveals the Egyptian components in monotheism preached by Moses, as well as his use of Egyptian religion expressions, Egyptian royal and Egyptian religious expressions. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Spell 125. In the Egyptian Book of the Dead, Osman's book, Moses and Akhenaten provides a radical challenge to the long-standing beliefs concerning the origin of Semitic religion and the puzzle of Akhenaten's deviation from ancient Egyptian tradition. In fact, if Osman's contentions are right, many major Old Testament figures would be of Egyptian origin, man. So, what am I supposed to do, man? Not ask the question, man. All right, real quick. I got something I gotta do. I apologize, y'all. I got something I gotta do. Oh, I didn't even have that on, man. But this was the yeah. All right, hold up. I apologize. I didn't screen share. So this is the site I was reading from. This is the book here. So let's talk about it. Unless you're scared. What is this? I had a whole other presentation, but I got something I got to do. My wife, she fussing at me. So I'll get back with you guys ASAP. God willing. What we say in Arabic is inshallah. God told y'all I'm different. So I know Arabic. You know, I mean, some people try to people try to talk bad about me because I went through my spiritual journey and I also learned Islam. I know what the five prayers are every day. I know them in Arabic. I know them in English. Along with my newly converting to Judaism. Also, I've been studying more science, just studying it because I've been getting some findings that showing that it might be a strong possibility that these natives that were here were Moorish Indians with feathers, and they walking around with feathers in their feathers. I got pictures and writings. That's a whole nother topic. I don't want to go into that. So, peace. I love y'all. Assalamu alaikum. Islam. Shalom. Shabbat shalom. Y'all know my greetings. I don't be trying to don't put me in no category. Right now, I'm not like a Muslim or none of that. What I'm doing is I am a truth seeker, a conscious truth seeker. Okay? I am a conscious truth seeker. That's what I am. So I'm not a priest. I'm not a preacher. None of that. I am a conscious truth seeker. We'll get back to the I apologize. I got something I got to do. It early tomorrow morning. Early tomorrow morning, I'm gonna finish the If you're gonna be around, peace. Love y'all. Keep your head on the swivel. Remember, we are at war, and pay attention to the people that's close to you, like your own kind, because from what I'm noticing is they're the main ones you better watch. The ones that you think you don't have to watch, they're the ones you better watch. Stay focused, no jabs. Peace.